Google search CrackU free CAT mocks. Click on the first link. You can attempt 3 latest mocks in the actual exam interface. After completing the test, you get detailed solutions, analysis, and percentile along with your scorecard to gauge your All India performance. Click on the solutions to get video solutions from our expert faculty.
Hello guys, welcome to CrackU video series. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the 100-day CAT preparation strategy. So there are roughly 100 days left for the exam. So this is when you should be getting really serious about your preparation. So if you haven't started preparing seriously for the exam, this video will help you how to plan your preparation in a better way, how many mocks should you attempt, and all the other key things to keep in mind. So let's get started. So with roughly 100 days left for the exam, a common question asked by a lot of students is, do I have enough time? Is it possible if we start now? And the answer is yes, only if you can prepare with all the seriousness and dedication from now. So it's never too late to start your preparation. All you need is a proper study plan and a preparation strategy. So in the next 3 to 4 months, this is what you should be focusing on ideally, about how you can achieve your scores and maximize your chances of getting into your dream MBA college. Also remember that there are people who start from August and still manage to crack the exam. Okay, so the next immediate question is, how do we start and where do we start? So firstly, if you haven't checked the previous year's CAT papers, do check it now. So you can visit our website cracku.in and you can find the previous year's papers of CAT. So once you go through them, you'll understand the paper pattern and the type of questions that are asked in the exam. So once you do that, start by taking a CAT mock. You can take a free CAT mock on our website. We are providing 3 free CAT mocks on our website, so you can take a CAT mock and after you've taken the mock, go back and analyze it thoroughly, and that will help you understand your strengths and weaknesses. So after a thorough mock analysis, you'll understand your strengths and weaknesses. So start writing them down in each section, and once you write them down, all you need is a plan that addresses your weaknesses, and when coming to your strengths, you just need to keep practicing more. So once you understand your weaknesses, start watching the necessary concept videos to have a good conceptual clarity. And in any case, don't neglect your weak areas, because remember that there are sectional cutoffs and you need to clear the cutoff in each section. So try to devise your study plan based on your strengths and weaknesses, and also if you're starting now, the major focus should be on covering the fundamentals. And once you do that, in the later part of your preparation, you can focus more on mocks and sectionals. Okay, so how many hours to study every day? So try to study for as many hours as possible, and especially if you're a working professional, try to allocate at least 3 to 4 hours over the weekdays and up to 8 hours on the weekends. And if you could dedicate at least this much time every day consistently, this would make a real impact in the last 3 to 4 months. So if you're starting now and if you haven't finished the quant syllabus yet, so if you're starting now, try to allot at least 2 hours for the quant, because the quant syllabus is vast, and around 1 hour each for the other 2 sections. But if you don't know how to make a proper study plan or how to make a proper schedule, you can check out the study plan on our website. So we are launching a 100-day crash course, and this will be extremely beneficial for those who are planning to start their preparation from now. So we are launching this crash course from August 2nd, and this includes the day-wise tasks with videos, tests and revision. You get immediate access to all the videos upon enrollment. So you'll be able to access 1000 plus videos covering the entire CAT portion from basics to advanced, and this also includes the essential shortcuts, tips and tricks to crack the exam. You can also get access to our study room, which includes 16,000 plus questions with detailed solutions. We also provide 50 national level mocks and 45 sectional tests, and these tests are taken by a wide range of students, so this will help you understand where you stand with respect to the other students. And also apart from CAT, these mocks also include mocks of other MBA entrance exams such as IIFT, ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, MHCET, CMAT. So if you are preparing for other MBA entrance exams along with CAT, these resources will be extremely useful to you. And yes, additionally, you'll also be getting full access to our CAT daily target and 100 plus concept notes and solved example sets. So if you can simply keep up with the schedule which we provide, and if you can follow the batch tasks, that will help you crack the exam. And also even if you haven't enrolled for the course, you can check the schedule on our website. So the link for the same is provided in the description box below. So you can check out the schedule, the study plan, and you can take a printout of it and follow the same during your preparation. Okay, so now how exactly can you plan your preparation? So we can broadly classify the preparation into 2 phases. So the first phase of the preparation should be to cover the fundamentals from all the sections. So if you're starting now, try to complete the syllabus by mid-September or max by the end of September. And also you should revise the same once you're done with the syllabus. In any case, during this syllabus phase, try to spend enough time on learning the fundamental concepts. Make sure you don't rush through the concepts, because without strong fundamentals, you're not going to improve your scores in the later stages of your preparation. So each week you can spend around 6 days learning the fundamental concepts by watching the videos or referring to the related content. And you can also, and on one day you can test yourself by taking the concept tests of the concepts learned during the week. So in this way, try to focus on learning the fundamental concepts, and slowly the focus will shift on to mock tests and sectional tests. But it's also recommended to give 2 to 3 mocks in the first month of your preparation, so that while you analyze your mock, you could understand what your weaknesses are and you can bridge those gaps accordingly. So avoid this mistake of starting mocks very late in your preparation phase. And because when you start mocks late and when you start understanding your weaknesses, you wouldn't have much time to improve your weaknesses. On the other hand, if you start early, you would have enough time to improve your weak areas. So don't wait for your syllabus to complete, because there's nothing called 100% syllabus completion in CAT. So what you do is you learn the basics of every concept, you practice, and you move on to the mocks. And now coming to the practice and also during your mock phase, you need to focus on the following areas. First thing is improving your accuracy, and secondly, increasing your speed. So and especially during your initial days of preparation, don't worry too much about your speed. Focus on gaining the conceptual clarity, and gradually through practice, your speed will automatically improve. And also during your practice, focus on eliminating the wrong options. And during mocks, you should also focus on avoiding the difficult questions. Okay, now if we look at the specific one strategy, as mentioned earlier, divide your prep into 2 parts, syllabus and revision in the first phase and mocks and practice in the next phase. So the first step here is to cover the fundamentals from all these 5 topics. So number systems, algebra, arithmetic, geometry, and modern math. Since the quant syllabus is vast, this section will take the maximum amount of time to complete the syllabus. So try to complete the syllabus by mid-September or max by the end of September, and make sure you revise it thoroughly. And one most important mistake to avoid during this phase is spending too much time on a particular topic. So don't think that you have to learn a topic till you're an expert in the topic. So you don't have to do that. So the key thing here to do is you should learn the basics well. And once you do that, you should quickly move on to the next topic so that you don't miss out on your deadlines. And the major focus during this syllabus phase should be to gain the conceptual clarity. So if you can avoid these mistakes, it is not very difficult to complete the quant syllabus within your deadline. And also, most importantly, you should definitely have a formula book while preparing for quants. So as and when you learn a new formula, or whenever you come across a new trick, it's important to note down in your formula book. And it's very important to revise this formula book regularly on a weekly basis. So this is the broad preparation plan, and these are the number of days that you can allot to each topic. So it can take up to 1.5 or 2 months to complete the quant syllabus, because the syllabus is vast. So based on this and based on your strengths and weaknesses, you can allot the number of days accordingly. And also, if you're starting now, try to finish the arithmetic and geometry concepts first, because they constitute at least 60 to 70% of the questions. And once you finish the arithmetic and geometry questions, you can move on to algebra, and then you can finish the number systems and the modern math concepts. So try to allot at least 2 hours for the quant every day. And if you have more time during the initial phases of your preparation, try to spend 1 more hour on solving at least 15 to 20 quant questions from mixed topics, and try to avoid silly mistakes during your preparation. Now coming to the VRC section. So this is one section many students again struggle. So though many students struggle in this section, this is one section where a significant improvement is possible. So all you need to do here is read a lot and solve RC exercises regularly. And in the regular 3-hour format of the exam, RCs account for 24 out of the 34 questions in VRC. So that's almost 25% of the overall CAT question paper. And hence you cannot ignore this section. You definitely cannot skip RCs. So focus more on reading and solve RC exercises regularly. So the question is what to read. So you can start reading anything you like if you're new to reading. So if you're a sports enthusiast, you can start reading sports journals, or you can read fiction, or you can read self-help, and so on. Once you start reading what you like, slowly diversify your reading into different topics. So you can read from various sources such as The Atlantic, Aeon, The Economist, The Guardian, Bloomberg, and so on. So the key thing to remember while reading is that try to grasp the thought process of the author, and also try to write the summary of what you read. So for every para you read, try to summarize each para in in one sentence and try to write the summary or the main point of the overall passage. So apart from regular reading, try to solve at least 1 to 2 RCs every day, and if you are particularly weak in this section, try to solve at least 2 RCs every day and analyze it thoroughly. And one major mistake to avoid here is focusing too much on vocabulary. So you don't have to worry too much about vocabulary or grammar, because VRC is not a test of your vocabulary, and it's a test of your comprehension skills. But if your vocabulary or grammar is too weak, again you can spend some time on them, but make sure you don't spend too much time on such things. So this is the broad schedule that you can follow when it comes to the VRC section. So these are the major topics that should be covered: RCs, para summaries, para completion, para jumbles, and odd sentence out. And finally, coming to the DILR section, so we know that the difficulty level of the LRDA section has increased over the past few years, and so again many students are scared about this section, because over the past years the sets have moved away from calculation intensive to more logic based sets. So the key here to improve is your logical thinking. So many people think that you have to be inherently smart to crack this section, but that's not true. So just like with any other section, you can definitely improve in the LRDA section through practice. So if you're starting now, where do you start? So unlike in quants, there is no predefined syllabus in the DILR section. So the way to start is going through the previous year's papers of CAT. So you can go to the past 3 to 4 year papers. So you can note down the topics that have occurred, and you can start learning the fundamentals of all those topics. And the most important thing to remember in LRDI is representing the sets in a right way. So you need to know how to represent each and every type of set in a proper manner, and that will quickly help you to solve the set. And also the other most important area you should focus in the LRDI is the set selection. So you need to be able to choose the easy sets to solve during the exam. And also just by looking at the set, you can't judge it whether it's easy or not. So through constant practice and practicing a wide variety of sets, you'll be able to achieve this skill. And if you're particularly weak in the LRDA section, dedicate at least 1 hour every day and try to solve at least 4 to 5 sets daily. And also don't get fixated on a particular type of set. Try to solve a wide variety of sets during your practice. And this is the broad preparation plan for the number of days that you can allot to each topic in the LRDI. So these are the LR topics, the major LR topics that are to be covered, and these are the different DI topics. And also apart from this, try to spend at least 15 to 30 minutes every day on solving puzzles such as Sudoku, which will help you improve your logical thought process. So these are the study plans for each and every section, and again you can always tweak the study plan and allocate enough time to your weak areas. For example, if you're weak in quant, you can allot more time in quant, ensuring that you also spend enough time on your strengths. And finally, this is the month by month plan that you can follow. So if you're starting now, try to complete your syllabus by mid-September or by end of September. So you should be learning the concepts of all the 3 sections. And once that is done, you should revise all the concepts. And as mentioned earlier, don't wait until the completion of syllabus to take a mock. Start taking mocks immediately. Try to take 1 mock every week. And if you're a working professional, try to take the mock over the weekends, because on the weekdays you might be really tired and you need a fresh mind to take a mock. And also if you take a mock on the weekend, you have enough time to analyze the mock thoroughly. And during your mock analysis, see if there's a pattern in your performance. Check your speed, check your accuracy. See is there any particular area where you're struggling with, and what are your strengths and especially your weaknesses, and address them accordingly. Also remember that try to maintain a balance among all the 3 sections, because don't forget that there is a sectional cutoff and you need to reach the sectional cutoff of each and every section. And if there is any particular area where you're very weak at, once you learn all the fundamental concepts from that section, take at least 2 sectional tests from that weak area. For example, if you're weak in quant, try to take at least 2 sectional tests every week and analyze them thoroughly. And this is what you can do in October and November. So in October, you can increase the frequency of your mocks, you can experiment with your mock strategies, and finally pick that strategy which suits you the most. And finally, to summarize what we've discussed in this video, so try to spend 1 hour on each section every day, read a lot, take 1 mock every week and analyze it thoroughly, and 2 sectional tests per week in that area where you're particularly weak at. So if you can take an organized approach like this, and if you can stick to your timetable, you can definitely crack the exam. And apart from that, if you have any other doubts regarding the batch that is about to start or about the preparation, you can definitely put them in the comment section below. We'll try to answer as many of them as possible. And for any queries, you can also email us at support@kraku.in. You can also call us or WhatsApp on this number 630-323-9042. So thank you so much guys, and all the best for your preparation.